SportsTrust acts as an implementation partner to its trustees, stakeholders and corporate donors. It distributes sporting equipment, kits and installs sports facilities in rural or historically disadvantaged communities in South Africa across all sporting codes for both abled and disabled sports.
The Sports Trust exposes children from underprivileged schools and communities to the magnificence of sport through the provision of equipment and facilities. By enabling participation in a range of sporting disciplines that would otherwise be inaccessible to disadvantaged South Africans, the Sports Trust is creating an essential sporting tradition in our young democracy. Let's take a look at the highlights of 2015 as they labored to bridge the gaps. In 2015, Nedbank used the Nedbank Cup tournament as a launchpad for the promotion of football in underprivileged schools. Learners from 3 primary schools in Gauteng received soccer kits and training equipment courtesy of Kaizer Chiefs, Nedbank and the Sports Trust. Schools in Pretoria, the home city of the 2015 Nedbank Cup winners Mamelodi Sundowns, also benefited from a generous donation of soccer kits and equipment.
We've brought in an element of making things that really happen for young kids, an opportunity for them to meet their heroes, to learn more about discipline and balance between academia and sports, and then excel in both so that they can become the next Bafana Bafanas of this country. And working with the Sports Trust and Nedbank, we are contributing soccer kits and training equipment to 100 schools across the country, and today is one of those demonstrations. We've had 3 schools from the area, and we'll continue on this journey to make great things happen.
As part of the Nedbank and Sports Trust running development program supported by KZN Athletics, over 300 learners from various schools in the KwaZulu-Natal region received running kits and New Balance shoes to the value of 123,000 rand. The event took place at the mustering fields in Durban, where kids participated in both a 10-kilometer and 5-kilometer run. The schools with the most finishes were awarded 7,000 rand.
Fundamentally, New Balance believes in the principle of children and movement, and to be able to support the kids through the Sports Trust with shoes today and facilitating that is really something that's quite important to us as a business. Giving back to the community is obviously more than just a social responsibility. It's actually fundamentally part of the New Balance philosophy.
Ngokuthi ngibonile izinto eziningi engakaze ngize ngizibone, ngokuthi bangifundisile indlela zokuhamba, ukuthi nokubukela ukuhamba ingane ukuthi kumele ihambe kanjani, kufanele ingaphumeli kulayini, ihambe straight iziyofika iziyofinisha ulayini la iqale khona.
It was a success even before the gun went off. We had just over 2,000 children running 10 kilometers and just around 8,000 running the 5 kilometers, so it was quite a big event, and it's well supported by sport and recreation in the province as well. Not only materially funding, but also we've seen the MECs here, we've seen HODs here being involved in the event, being on the field themselves, so it really was it was the best ever youth run we've had so far.
The Gauteng Cricket Board, together with the Sports Trust, announced the opening and handover of the Riverlea Cricket facility to the Riverlea Cricket Club. This project saw members of the club benefit from a new clubhouse and cricket nets and has enabled the club to host visiting teams and further grow its membership.
The importance is to have facilities where our children can play, where they can excel, and from here on to be talent identified. And those who don't make it to the top ranks,